YouTubers, gamers, and random surfers of the interwebs. Welcome back to Game Tech News. I'm your host, Kyle.
And I'm Caleb.
And we are here to tell you about some pretty exciting news that Caleb has read up on for hours already and knows everything about. It's about the new Skylanders trap team. So that was announced today, which is pretty neat. As you know, we're huge fans of Skylanders here. We, of course, collect all the characters. We're really looking forward to putting them into this new game. The premise of this one is there's a whole new set of characters. There's some websites saying different things. There's either going to be 16 or 20 of them. They're called Trap Masters. They have specialized weapons and little crystals you're going to be able to purchase. Do you remember what the crystals are called? Traptanium?
Yeah,
Traptanium. Pretty cool name. But you're going to take those and actually be able to put them in your portal of power and capture up to 40 enemies in the game. You do have to have a crystal for each individual one, so keep that in mind. But there is 40 different types of enemies you will be able to capture and actually use as playable characters. So Caleb, why don't you tell us a little bit about how that's going to work, some of the things you've read up on, some of the new characters you're kind of seeing, what they do and things like that.
So there's going to be a portal, and then there's going to be a little slot where you put the little thing in, and you put that in once you defeat the bad guy, and you can trap it.
One thing I noticed that was pretty cool is it seems they have like this little prison-looking logo in front of where you put the Traptanium. It almost looks like a speaker, and from what the trailer showed, it almost looks like the characters were talking through. I don't know if that's how that's going to work, but it seemed like every time you captured one, they would scream little things like, "Hey, let me out," things like that. And I'm hoping that that is a speaker that will allow that to happen. I think that'd be pretty cool to kind of see. Do you know if they've mentioned anything on that, or if that's just something I'm hoping too much for?
Nothing mentioned about that.
Alright. I'm just hoping for that. I think that'd be really neat.
We also have the starter pack. The two characters were announced that were going to be in it. It's Food Fight and Snapshot. And then a life and a water Traptanium.
Okay. So yeah, the Traptaniums, you have to have actual individual elements for each one you're going to capture. So if you want to capture somebody who uses life element in the game, you're going to have to use the correct Traptanium. If you use the wrong one, I guess it's unsuccessful. They probably die or respawn or something like that. But you do have to have the correct one to capture them. It's not just that any Traptanium will work on anyone. Tell us about Food Fight a little bit. We got to see some stuff on the trailer about him.
He has a little tomato gun, and it looks like he can summon a big one and ride on it.
Cool. Riding on tomatoes never gets old. Let's be honest. That's going to be exciting. Who else did they show in the trailer? Some new characters.
Snapshot and Moloch.
Okay, so Snapshot, dragon type character. I'll link the trailer to it. Alligator type character, yeah. He's pretty neat looking though. I'll link the description of the game and everything below so you can watch the trailer for that just to get to the Skylanders website. The other guy you're talking about, Malop, is that what you're saying his name is?
Malop.
So he's got like two big hammers, big old like rock bug looking kind of thing. So he's going to be pretty neat.
And those two are both Trap Masters.
Yeah, and those two are both Trap Masters. Food Fight is not a Trap Master, along with Chomper, who's my favorite character. So Chomper is actually a tiny little T-Rex that runs around with like a helicopter pack on. Yeah. So he can like fly, shoot rockets, all kind of stuff. Then of course he has like this really powerful roar that wipes out enemies. So that's going to be pretty exciting. And I think there's been some images of some other characters kind of circulating the internet now at this point. Do we have any word on who those were, what they are, and what they do?
There's like a golden lion with a red shield called Wildfire. We have a couple levels called Chompy Mountain and Phoenix Perch. Then we have a new bad guy called Shrednut.
Shrednut, yeah. So that's actually going to be two goblins running a giant mech with saws on it at the same time. In one of the things online, somebody was saying that was one of their favorite new enemies. Whether or not that's capturable, we're not quite sure yet. Might be one you can capture with Tech Traptanium, which I think would be awesome. That'd probably be one of my favorite guys to run around with there. Is there any word on if you actually get to level up and unlock new moves and paths and stuff with the bad guys? Or is it just you do get to do it?
Yeah.
So sounds like more than likely you're going to work just like a Skylanders character. So my guess, probably the Traptanium, you're probably looking at paying a good 10 to 15, probably $10 for. Same.
I think about around $5.
You think 5? So you think it'll be cheaper than an actual character? You do? Mm-hmm. We'll see how that goes. I'm guessing $9.99. I think they'll do the same price as a character since essentially you're getting a character for it.
Sure.
But You never know. They could make it $5.
And then there was
since
a
it's
picture on the
pre-programmed in.
Facebook page that showed a Series 4 Gilgrunt and a Series 2 Shroom Boom.
Okay, so we might see some.
And then one new air-looking one with a bunch of armor.
Okay, cool. Got any WoW Pals back or
It
any
looked,
word on that?
Gilgrunt's repose, he was riding on like a water dragon.
Okay, so we might see
Made out
some
of
new.
water.
Okay, so we might see some new stuff. New moves upgraded
Shroom
again.
Boom looks like he was firing himself out of a slingshot.
Okay, and they did announce all old characters will transfer over to the game, all the way from back with Spyro's Adventure. All upgrades, all moves will also transfer into the game. So all those people who've already poured hours and tons of money into it, no need to fear. That was for good reason. It will go straight back
And then
into
it will
here.
be on, of course, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, all Wii versions.
Xbox One,
PlayStation 4, Wii U, and of course, one of my favorite consoles, 3DS.
3DS. It's coming back to it. Cool. So before we go, what is your favorite villain that you're going to be able to trap and play as?
Probably Chaos.
Chaos?
Yep.
That's going to be fun. Yeah, so from what it looks like, one of the trailers, you have to have a special crystal to capture Chaos, though. Because it's actually a dark crystal with Chaos's head on it. So it looks like you may need that specific one to actually capture that villain.
I think they'll make little bags, and then you don't know what crystal you're going to get.
Ooh, that'd be pretty cool. Because that would make it to where you could have to trade and all that kind of stuff. That's a good idea. I like that. My favorite one, if you
Skylanders
guys...
game, if you're watching this, put that in the game.
make that happen. We want to see it. I think my favorite one is, of course, the Chompy Mage. If you guys have played the other games, he's pretty...
Who's in Giants?
Yeah, he's pretty weird. He's got like a little puppet and staff, and he talks to himself, and he's a crazy guy. But he's going to be pretty cool. They showed some gameplay video of him where he actually summoned the Chompies and sent them to attack. Things like that. So, pretty exciting stuff. It is called Skylanders Trap Team because the Trap Team is full of the Trap Masters. It's been confirmed there will be at least 16 of those, potentially 20. And then a whole bunch of new, actually, standalone Skylanders. And like I said, 40 capturable.
And then the starter pack will also come with 2 crystals.
Yep, it'll come with 2. And then, of course, it's going to have the cards, just like always, for the character to describe all their abilities and attributes, things like that. Release window, what are they saying?
October 5th.
October 5th, that's what's going around the internet. Their official website says fall 2014. October 5th wouldn't be too far off. Every single other one is released in October. So we could expect to definitely see it in that month, but from what everyone's saying, October 5th is the day. So hopefully we will see it then. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments about anything about Skylanders Trap Team, go ahead and put them below on this video. Caleb will be more than happy to research and answer or give his opinion on anything Skylanders. We hope you enjoy the game when it comes out. And one last thing, game on!